If you think that's an unreasonable request, we can give you some of the Jones Corporation shares, Jason offered. But Lily didn't answer Grandma Jones's question right away. She remained silent while she thought about the offer. Although Grandma Jones's tone was very gentle, she never said she would return the money to Lily. And even though Lily had been a high-ranking member of the family, they booted her out anyway. So there were no guarantees that this deal wouldn't turn out the same way for her. And the shares that Jason was talking about were meaningless too. After all, he and Grandma Jones had already cheated Lily out of her controlling interest in the family's company. "You've really got some nerve saying that," Dorothy scoffed as she rolled her eyes at Grandma Jones. In the past, Dorothy had always been polite to Grandma Jones, but now that Lily was earning enough to cover their basic needs, she didn't care what she said to her. "That's enough, Mom. Let's let bygones be bygones," Lily said gently. Then she turned to her grandmother and reassured her. "I promise to help the family. Tomorrow I'll arrange for the transfer of funds." The main reason Lily had decided to do this was actually her own mother. She still had about $6 million left in the bank. If she didn't withdraw, Dorothy would probably lose it anyway. But Lily had definitely learned her lesson, so she stipulated that the Jones family would have to give her 40% of their shares. "I knew we could count on you," Grandma Jones said happily. She didn't even bother to argue about the terms because she knew that the Jones family shares had hardly any value right now. Even if she gave Lily 80% of their shares, they would barely be worth about $2 million. "So it's a deal, Grandma. Have the family's lawyer draw up the documents when you get back to the mansion," Lily said calmly. At least she'd have some shares, whatever they were worth, and Dorothy wouldn't gamble away what was left in her bank account. But it went without saying that she was going to be a lot more wary of Jason this time around. "Okay, I'll go back this afternoon and get everything ready." Grandma Jones hesitated for a moment and then she added, "We're having a big dinner tomorrow. You and your mother should join us. When everyone sees you, they'll know that you're part of the family again." "I won't be able to make it, Grandma. I'm taking classes at the School for the Healing Arts, and I don't know if I'll have any free time," Lily replied. "And right now I'm meeting some friends at that new outdoor mall off of Halsted Street, so I have to get going." "I understand. Jason and I have to leave too. Have a good time with your friends," Grandma Jones answered very politely as she stood up and headed for the door. She didn't complain about Lily's refusal. After all, she'd gotten what she came for. A few minutes later, Lily and Dorothy left. Kevin heard the door close and walked over to the top of the staircase. He'd spent the night reading and then gotten some sleep, so he was feeling refreshed. He'd actually heard the entire conversation with Grandma Jones, but decided not to show himself. "I can't believe that Lily went along with that," Kevin sighed helplessly. Then he took out his phone and called Miss Wilson. "How may I help you, sir?" Miss Wilson asked him. "Let's back off on the pressure we've been putting on the Jones family for now, but don't give them too much wiggle room. I'll leave the details up to you," Kevin instructed her. "I'll take care of it, Mr. Williams," Miss Wilson promised. Kevin hung up the phone and looked outside. He decided that the weather was pretty good, so he changed his clothes and went out for a walk. The new mall of Halsted Street had been built with Tyler Dawn's help when he arrived in Chicago. It had turned out to be a very popular shopping area, even in Chicago's harsh winters. Under Tyler's direction, the KWTD Corporation had used its influence to attract a lot of high-end stores. There were also dozens of restaurants and food courts with a wide variety of options. People flocked to the neighborhood as an alternative to driving out to the suburbs to visit one of the older malls. Tyler Dawn really came up with a great idea, Kevin thought to himself. Then he was distracted by his phone, which started to vibrate like crazy. He was being bombarded with texts. Kevin clicked on the first one and was surprised to see that it was from his friend Cook. He was wondering how his friend was doing. There was also a message from Rachel and another one from Gwen Archer. She was checking to see if Kevin was still interested in teaching her. The most interesting text, though, was from Tyler Dawn, who was letting Kevin know that he'd arranged with all the stores in the mall to cover his expenses. He told Kevin, "If you want anything at all, Just go in and ask for it. Let me know when you're going to the mall and I'll fly you down there myself." The mall was really crowded, and Kevin thought to himself, maybe a plane would be handy with this many people around. In fact, there were so many people shopping and just strolling around that Kevin had realized he had no chance of finding Lily. It would be faster to just give her a call. When Lily's phone rang, she and Rachel were right in the middle of the mall. She was holding a bunch of bags in one hand and a veggie wrap in the other. She adjusted her bags and somehow managed to answer her phone. She was so excited to see that it was Kevin that she started grinning from ear to ear. "Are you back from campus, Kevin?" "Yes, I am. Where are you right now?" Kevin asked her. "We're in the middle of that new outdoor mall along Halsted," Lily answered with a smile. "Stay right where you are. Don't move an inch. I'm right by the entrance and I'm heading your way," Kevin told her. He hung up and started making his way through the crowd as he admired the scenery. Kevin wasn't aware of it, but at that very moment, Officer Emmett was walking through the same crowd. A man walked up to her and asked her if she wanted to come over to his kiosk. "Would you like to have your palm read, ma'am?" "I'm not interested," she replied bluntly. Officer Emmett had more important things to do that day.
Hi, Kevin here. If you're wondering what happens next, then stay tuned on the Pocket FM Universe channel for more episodes.